question for my American followers real quick. Are any of you familiar with taxation without representation? If you failed history, you're just not as American as you pretend to be. Don't worry, I got you, right? Taxation without representation is the entire basis of the American Revolution. You know that war we started so that we could break free from Britain and be our own country, like the entire premise of the United States Constitution. So essentially, American colonists were so fed up with being overtaxed and underrepresented by British Parliament that they incited an entire revolution. And what was the catalyst to the American Revolution? That little thing we call the Boston Tea Party. They revolted against their government over a 3% tax on tea. Why am I bringing this up? You didn't ask? Don't worry, I'm going to answer anyways. How do you think the founding fathers of America would feel if they knew that the average American was paying roughly 50% of their income to various taxes? 50% of our income, so $920 billion can go to the military in 2023 alone. That is a real number reported on the collected tax revenue from the United States of America. 50% of our income in taxes, so $920 billion can go to the military? Now, I know what you're thinking, 50%? Where is she getting that number from? Even socialists and communists don't pay 50%. Americans definitely don't. Yes, you do. And we're going to fall down the rabbit hole of real numbers using my income, which is verifiable, to prove to you that you guys are being taxed at a 50% rate of the money that you make. Now, in the sake of being transparent, I am going to use real numbers here. Last year, as a mother of two children, meaning I have two dependents, I made $103,000 working a regular 8 to 5 job. On top of the fact I monetized my content creation and I get paid royalties off of the music I make. So I have multiple streams of income and I work while I'm not working to make $103,000 as a head of household, mother of two, which at present, given current inflation, puts me as a lower class American citizen. Now, even with me being head of household, mother of two, lower class American citizen, I still don't qualify for any subsidized assistance. No health care, temporary assistance for needy families, food stamps, etc. So everything I'm paying is out of my own pocket. Everything. Cool. Fine. Now, buckle up for the fun part because we're going to go ahead and talk about how we got to paying roughly 50% of our income to some variation of taxes. Now, out of my regular check, I pay 29% in payroll deductions. The payroll deductions start with my income tax, Medicare, Social Security. Then I also have to pay for my own private retirement because they're threatening to take away Social Security, and my own private health care because I don't qualify for any type of subsidized assistance. So 29% of my check is immediately gone to income tax, health care, and retirement. Now, as if 29% wasn't blatantly disrespectful enough, I have to allocate an additional $100 bi-weekly to pay additional income taxes because I'm 1099 for my content creation and my royalties. Then on top of that, I still ended up owing income taxes somehow, even with two dependents only making $103,000 and paying an extra $200 a month. But when you owe taxes to the American government, if you can't pay them in a lump sum, they charge you for setting up a payment plan. So now I'm paying $300 additional a month. So that's an additional $500 a month of my disposable income after I've already been taxed 29% going to the IRS for income taxes, which guess what? That boils down to $6,000. So roughly 5% of my income. Now we're at a staggering 34% just for income taxes, retirement, and healthcare. Well, 34% still isn't 50. Cool story. Let's go ahead and talk property taxes now. I live in Cook County and property tax on average is 2.19% of the assessed market value of the home that you live in. And well, ever since hedge funds started buying up all of the single family homes, this has increased the market value of homes, driving the average home in America up to $300,000 for the assessed market value. What's that breakdown to on a yearly basis? About $6,000 to $7,000. So let's just go ahead and add another 5% of my income allocated to property taxes, bringing us to a staggering 39%. But wait, there's more. So on top of income tax, government health care, government retirement, private health care, private retirement, and property taxes, I also have to pay sales tax. Sales tax in Cook County is paid on every single thing you buy, which guess what? 10.25%, bringing me to a whopping 49.25%, roughly speaking, of everything I make going to some version of taxes. So now that we're all on the same page, that overtaxation is absolutely a thing that all Americans are experiencing, can we talk about the lack of representation now? Because you would think after paying 50% of my hard-earned American dollars, I would have something to show for it, but I don't. I don't have free healthcare. I don't even have affordable healthcare for that matter, or options for affordable medicine. I don't have access to nutritional food. They won't give our public school children free lunches, which is honestly absurd. If they did, they're not healthy. You don't have some amazing quality of infrastructure. You don't even have access to media that isn't polarized and heavily propagated. You don't make a livable wage. You don't have affordable housing. You don't even have paid maternity leave, and they refuse to regulate the cost of college tuition, little alone the cost of daycare for working parents. So what do we have? What do we have? I'll tell you what we have. We have poison, we have propaganda, we have school shootings, and we got a fucking TikTok ban. That's what we get as Americans for our tax dollars. We get to watch other countries that do have free health care use our tax dollars to fund their wars. Overtaxation without representation.